I'm Brownfield commodity market reporter John Perkins with the Morning Market Minute for Wednesday, October 22nd. Soybeans are up modestly in overnight business, continuing to retain at least a little bit of cautious optimism ahead of negotiations between the United States and China. There is expected to be around this week in Malaysia, and President Trump and President Xi could still meet next week at the APEC meeting in South Korea. Past that, soybeans, of course, continue to keep an eye on U.S. harvest activity and planting conditions in South America. Corn was modestly higher overnight, also watching U.S. harvest activity, expecting some near-term delays in parts of the Midwest and Plains this weekend due to rainfall, while continuing to keep an eye on development and planting weather in Argentina and Brazil, which generally looks favorable at this point. Wheat was mixed, mostly modestly higher. Now those planting delays for winter wheat in parts of the Midwest and Plains, potentially this weekend, would be a bearish issue, at least to some extent, but the weather will also be a bearish issue with that soil moisture recharge definitely beneficial as crops head into dormancy. Wheat remains oversold, especially in the Minneapolis side of things, but rising global supplies will continue to keep a cap on anything. Live and feeder cattle, when trade resumes later this morning, will be waiting for widespread direct cash cattle business to get established. This week's show list is smaller in all of the major feeding areas than it was last week. No bids or asking prices, though, have really surfaced as of yet. We were supposed to get a USDA cattle on feed report this week, but that's not happening because of the ongoing partial shutdown of the federal government. And as for hogs, they could see a little bit of pressure from yesterday's lower move in the pork carcass cutout value, or they could see another round of technical support. With the Morning Market Minute for Wednesday, October 22nd, I'm Brownfield commodity market reporter John Perkins. Stay tuned for this afternoon's update.